lot going on at Cohen. So we have our ABC classes, the sign-up starting for the 2018 spring. And the classes are Math 115, Math 140, Math 160, Deaf Studies 101, Deaf Studies 102, History 104, Political Science 101, and English 101. And then this year, the senior class will be going to Universal Studios Grad Bash on May 24th, starting at 5 p.m. until 2 a.m. The tickets are $40. And then on October 19th, there will be information on how to pay for college during the parent conference night in room 213 from 6:30 to 7. Families can find out scholarships. And then ASB is excited to roll out its School Superheroes Halloween theme for this year. On October 31st, students will dress up as their favorite superhero. There will be a school-wide superhero picture during lunch. If you guys have costumes, we encourage you to attend. You know, we need a lot of Supermans out there. And then on the 30th, there's a Halloween spectacular put on by ASB. It's 5 to 9 p.m. Also, expect to see you all there. It's going to be a blast. And then Drama has an annual Halloween improv comedy show on October 26th at 6:30 in the Drama Room. Tickets are $5. That should all go. And then Miss Mock is putting on a Peru trip this summer. So you don't want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And she would love to take any board members on the trip. It's a good opportunity. And then girls soccer and girls basketball conditioning starts this week. And boys basketball tryouts also start. And that is all. Oh, and the Friday's game, yeah. JV's at 4 and 7. Yeah.
If you went to the game, you should know.
I never know if it's 7 or 8. I don't know. She's in the snack. I'm in the snack bar. I don't know which one.
Then 8 is when it's busy. Yeah.
So, yeah. And if you... yeah. Spanish. Peruvian. I knew it's Peruvian. Why do you speak Spanish? I'm getting all red. That is all for me.
Too long to explain it. It's good with it. Right. Okay. Staff Pride recognition.
So quarterly, or every 3 months, we'd like to recognize our staff members who have been recognized by their fellow staff members through our P.R.I.D.E award. P.R.I.D.E is personal reward in developing excellence, where one employee, rather than a supervisor, it could be a supervisor, but any employee can recognize another employee for going out of their way to help out, be part of the team, just making things better here in the school district. And so those forms are then turned into the district office through their offices, and we go through all them, and we then recognize those employees and invite them to the board, and the board also is involved in the P.R.I.D.E program by recognizing the employees, as well as out of all the P.R.I.D.E awards, we select 2 that we find most outstanding, and then they get a little reward from the board and a little something. So if the board would like to join Mr. Otis in front, Mr. Otis can read.
Okay, first word is for Miss Tina Coleman. Tina. Next word goes to Miss Kathy Abbott. Is Miss Kimberly Schmidt.
Yes.
One big picture. Next credit word goes to Miss Gailyn. Cohen. Next credit word goes to Miss Sharon Ullrich. Next one goes to Shawn Coleman. You saved me, you got me opening. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right. Next one goes to the other Shawn, Mr. Shawn Riley. This next one goes to one of the most important men in our district, Mr. Rawley Davis. Mr. Reader, can you Shelvin? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Next prize award goes to Miss Carol Lundgren.
Thank you.
This next award goes to Debbie's little boy, Matthew. Myself, he goes, oh, I'm Matt Keys. I'm like, oh my God.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Matt. This next award goes to Miss Carmen Atkinson. This next pride award goes to Miss Pam Childress. Last but not least, Miss Katie Notterman.
Blah, blah, blah.
And our nominee and our first prize winner goes to Mr. David Thorne. David has gone above and beyond in assisting our campus and community in Roseman. David is always one of the first people to contribute to our clothing and food drives as well as anything else that arises. This is shown even more on the night of June 1st, 2017. As the high school graduation was ending, a large cloud of smoke was seen in the distance. David went over to assist the situation and see if any of the SKUSD family was involved. Upon seeing it was a recent graduate of Ullrich High School as well as his sister, a seventh grader from middle school, he notified other staff. He then went after completing his CSO duties to get fun of stepping into Walmart to purchase items to assist the grieving family. He came back from Lancaster to Roseman. He came back from Lancaster to Roseman after 10:30 at night to drop off the items and assure the student and the family we, SKUSD, have his and his family's back. We assure the family we would be with them throughout the process. And he was nominated by Mr. Ed Shelvin.
Our second outstanding winner.
And this is our second winner. As Mr. You said, I'm recommending Mr. Jason Buttcane. for recognition as an outstanding campus safety officer. I've found him to be friendly and collegial with myself and others, quick with a good morning and a few polite words. But he also keeps interactions balanced with his primary concern to monitor the campus. It is this balance he maintains in all his dealings with people which I find so outstanding. In the day-to-day interaction with students, he is firm but fair. He's watchful and vigilant, never just hanging out in the area. When issues arise, he addresses them immediately and universally without favoritism. He is firm with commands and listens to students' explanations, but responds appropriately without compromising. I observed him with students to be personally polite, never condescending on the one hand, nor buddy-buddy or overly friendly on the other. In the case of parents and other adult visitors on campus, he's again watchful and vigilant of safety and security issues. But in addition, he pays attention to guest service needs. For instance, before being asked, he will gladly step forward to direct someone until he notices who is to sit or trying to find restrooms. I've seen him help mothers with small children, opposing team members, and staff members, referees, and anyone who appears to need assistance. I've observed Mr. Buttcane to be at all times polite and courteous, but always appropriately firm. When the need arises to stop a problem, he projects an inner strength that rises to meet the situation. Once he is given a direction, be it to a student, parent, or raising adult, he insists it be followed. I've yet to see anyone deny him or escalate a situation to a level that requires anything more than him standing in the way, politely but firmly stating his direction. If someone did, I expect he would be able to handle it appropriately. I find him to be an exemplary campus safety officer and hope he will be there with us for a long time. And okay, thank you. All right. Thank you, Jason. And here's your letter.
Okay, at homecoming, there was a lady that was sitting behind me and she needed napkins. She said, oh, there's no napkins around. We went all the way back down and when he was snapping, we brought her up napkins. So that goes with what you just
Are we close enough, John, for are you beginning to?
I didn't let it go with the word and then we try to get a good photo off of everybody together.
Yeah, point, Jason.
Okay.
We're not moving, so you're going to have to move. Show people in front of me. And then the tall person.
Okay, best smile ever. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Got it, Debbie?
Ball game. This week we're almost on our way. We're winning a league title since 2005, so good for them. They're 6-1. That's all I have for months. Oh, and welcome all senior ASB.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Gutierrez?
Congratulations to all you seniors. You've made it this far, and you will make it all the way through. I really hope to be able to shake your hands at graduation. And you before this. Thank you to all the P.R.I.D.E people, all the winners of P.R.I.D.E tonight. They go above and beyond, but all our staff does. I don't think there's one person that's done. So, thank you for all you do all year long. And Ted, you're up.
Okay, thank you for coming just like everybody else said. And the P.R.I.D.E people that are still here, thank you. The ones that just left, thank them too. And you guys just do a good job. Great job. Awesome. Appreciate it. And having been someone that works in the district, I know what you're going through in a lot of cases. But the main thing is that you're guiding our students, you're helping them to become productive citizens, and get out there and get the life that they want. And that's very important. And seniors, it's not going to be long. So, okay, awesome. Thanks for being here. The whole front row, huh? Do we have any more in the back?
Yeah,
Back there too. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. We will be shaking hands, and in some cases I do hugs, just so you know. And I don't always warn you, so just so you know, okay? Again, thank you, and go Dodgers. All right, I had to.
I need to echo what everyone else said. Congratulations to all the seniors. And I kid Mr. Keys, but I remember when he was a little bitty guy. And remember, a lot. Most of you, I look around at all you seniors, and I do remember when you were like, yeah, now you're. But congratulations. And I echo what Mr. Gutierrez said about our staff, our staff in the world, and everybody that has a thing to do. Because I would say, Roseman proud, Roseman strong. And it's all about our community. It's not my community. It's not my school board. It's our community, our school board. And you can tell the pride that's put into it. I've often said to you guys, you'll go somewhere and they'll say, where are you from? I'm from Roseman. Where's that? No, let me say it. Let's sit down and I'll tell you about my little town. Not everybody can live there. It's windy, it's cold, it's hot, even snows, And so, because wherever you are, there you go. And my little tagline is, we just don't do that in Roseman. Is what we do. And we got a lot of people sitting here that are proof of it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. And let's do this. Wrap this thing up on Friday. We'll be there. We'll even invite the Bear fan over there. And your Bears are playing good this year. Yeah. And Miss Wilson's Eagles are doing great.
We're going to get these families this year.
Anyway, all right. Mr. Coleman, RTA reports?
I have no report this evening.
Whoa.
Can I write that down, sir?
Sure.
I'm not being funny. I'm just, usually you're,
Every time I have something to complain about, Mr. Weinstein takes care of it. Wow.
That in itself is pretty cool.
Mr. Weinstein, do you have
record these meetings.
Mr. Coleman said.
What do you got, Mr. Coleman? Playoffs.
What sport? I don't care.
Detroit Tigers aren't in it.
Well, one of his pictures is, but he just plays for the others.
I really don't care.
Wow.
I'm bitter.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say, do we have any comments from the public?
No, we don't.
All right. Moving right along. Mr. Weinstein, Superintendent's report.
Speaking of playoffs, end of 5, 3-1 Cubs. So we will hopefully they'll start hitting a little bit. So congratulations to all the Pride winners. A lot of times I'm asked about the Pride program from other districts and other organizations and why I promote it so much. And it's really because it's one thing to be recognized by the board. It's also one thing to be recognized by your supervisors, which kind of is something that we do. But it's also another thing for a fellow employee to say, hey, I just want to let everybody know that you're doing a good job. And I think it's real important that we all support each other. We all work incredibly hard, incredibly long hours. It's nice to know that your fellow employee who's there next to you working those hours with you is recognizing some of the outstanding things that you're doing. So Friday night, just another call about Friday night. It is staff night Friday night. And so all staff members who bring their ID badge, as it was pointed out to me, we have so many employees that not a lot of them are just known by their face, but bring your ID badge with you and your immediate family, get in free, as well as get a hot dog ticket, Mr. Roney?
Yes, for you and your family members.
And if you do know for sure that you're going, I was asked by Ms. Reeder to make sure that we email her or Mr. Riley.
Any type of contact would be great, otherwise we're going back and forth to Albertsons to buy hot dogs. So
Right, all right.
They stay open late.
So I hope to see a lot of people there. Football team's doing great, and I know Coach Crimpton has been working very hard over the last few years, really getting the football team going again. And all our sports are doing really good. Last couple of things is our MPR, or our multi-purpose room at Roseman Elementary School, the big building you see when you get off the freeway, will be opening on the 30th. We will be doing, in case you kids didn't know, if you're going to be a volunteer or an employee here, you need to be background checked, and it's called live scan. We will be doing our live scan machine. We will be one of the first districts to have their own live scan machine and doing their own live scan processes for free for our volunteers and employees. And that will be also starting on the 30th, Monday the 30th. So we're very happy about that. And just kind of a shout out to my HR team who's been working very diligently with the FBI and other organizations to make sure that we're approved, that we can do that. And on Monday night I went to a CSBA dinner. There were a lot of neat things being shown, but there wasn't one thing that in presentations that were being shown that we weren't already doing at our schools. And what was really neat was the few of us that were able to go, we sit at a table of 10 people, and there were 2 other districts sitting with us. And when we introduced ourselves, hi, you know, we're from Southern Kern, each one of them said, we've heard of your district, which was really nice to hear. So we've heard things about your district. So it was very nice to hear that from other districts. It was a nice evening. And that's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Oh, Mr. Rudy, the hot dog went over well with the 3-year-old. He kept telling me, I get hot dog. I get hot dog. You get hot dog. All right. Consent items A through D.
We approve consent items A through D.
I'll second. Sure. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote. Vote. Okay. 3 ayes, 1 abstain, 1 absent. You vote yes. Okay. Personnel.
Motion to approve all personnel.
Second. Motion by Mr. second by Mr. Gutierrez. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, there isn't supposed to be All right. Ratification of amendment to employment contract. The Chief Administrator Office, Mr. Weinstein. Read this. There was no action taken in closed session. However, in accordance with Government Code Section 54957.6, the board will not consider proposed amendment to the 2016-2018 employment contract for the Chief Administrative Officer, which confirms his status as District Superintendent, rather than Chief Administrative Officer based on his completion of a school administration certificate, also referred to as an administrative service credential, effective December 1st, 2016. The amendment will withdraw the prior credential waiver and associated restrictions. In addition, effective July 1st, 2017, the amendment increases superintendent's workdays from 225 to 240, with a corresponding increase in annual salary based on his current daily rate of pay to $198,155.78. Also reflecting his completion of the school administration certificate. Superintendent's annual travel allowance, automobile and mileage allowance included within would increase from $9,000 to $15,000, and the term of his contract would increase up to and including June 30th, 2020. All other terms of this employment contract remains unchanged. Call for motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Gutierrez. Second by Mrs. Kirk. All in favor?
Aye.
4 ayes, 1 absent. Motion carries. So you can refer to Mr. Weinstein now as he who must be obeyed, or as the district superintendent, Mr. Jeffrey Weinstein. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
John, you can look at this, okay, because my stuttering over the financial part. All right, thank you. Moving along. Business operation, approve the revised audited actuals, Mr. Weinstein?
So we've already approved our unaudited actuals. However, whenever there's a change in numbers based on the county review of your actuals, we need to come back to the board and reapprove them. There was a change in the numbers in our Fund 1. All other funds remain the same. And the change occurred not for any negative reasons. It's that we have two operating systems. The operating system here is known as QSS, which is no big deal, but operating system at the district level that downloads all the information to the operating system at the state level. Through that operations, when that happens, a lot of times if accounts don't match up or dollars don't match up correctly, we have what's called exceptions. With the county's help, and I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Steve Mattern at the county offices, worked with Eric and myself and got all those little exceptions cleaned up. The good news is that once the exceptions were cleaned up and we were able to clear out our accrued liabilities and accrued income for last year, our income increased a little under $500,000 for the year. So we would like to approve the new revised unaudited actuals that were approved by the county. And that's it.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the revised unaudited actions.
All second. Motion by Mr. Chair, second by Mr. Reader. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep.
You get to vote on this, right?
Huh?
You get to vote on this.
I said aye.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, I was in sync this time.
Rise when absent.
You were and
Aye.
you wasn't.
General bond purchase summary presentation with the Series 2017 DEVO bond.
So we have completed the sale and then subsequent from other entities purchasing our bonds. And to give us a recap, John Castellan has joined us once again. John?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have just a summary presentation. Okay, the district has recently issued some more bonds to help build additional facilities here at this rapidly growing school. And I'm here to give an informational recap on the bond sale. And so I'll follow along here. Essentially what we have is it was a bond measure that was approved back in 2008, Measure H. And it authorized about $24 million worth of bonds to be issued. The fourth bond issuance was just completed in October this year in the amount of $6.9 million. And out of that $24 million authorization, the district has about another $3.1 million of additional bonds that can be issued under that Measure H authorization at a future date. And so the district, when we go out and issue bonds, we return to a rating agency to get a rating for the bonds. And in this case, we spoke with S&P. We did a rating call, did a presentation to S&P, and came back with a rating of A+ with a stable outlook. It's an investment grade rating. It's a strong rating. It's for general obligation bonds of the district. The S&P report cited some favorable things about the district, including a stable area economy, strong assessed valuation growth. That's the security behind these general obligation bonds. And also the presence of new alternative energy projects, and as well as a strong military-related service presence in the Antelope Valley. In addition, the growing average daily attendance here is a credit positive, as well as a track record of good financial reserves. And all in all, an A+ credit rating helps. The stronger your rating, the less interest you have to pay to get bondholders, the purchaser of the bonds, to actually buy those bonds for you. So it's a good rating. A+ is a very strong, good rating for a school district in California. And so overall, the transaction was favorably received in the market. All the bonds were sold. And you can see the chart here on page 3 shows of the 4 bond sales under Measure H, going back all the way to 2008. You can see this latest one, Series 2017D is the name of this bond series, was issued here, and the rate is historically pretty low. There was a dip just prior to the election last year, reached all-time lows on for issuing bonds and interest rates for 20-year GO bonds. We're not too far off that now, so that's favorable. Over the long term, which means over the next 24 years that these bonds have a maturity life, the district will be paying lower interest rate overall than it would otherwise pay if we were back to the higher rates that you see in these charts, going back 5, 6, 10 years ago. So some of the key factors, statistics of the bond transaction is the total amount that was sold of bonds was $6.919 million, which 89% of that was capital appreciation bonds. The other 11% were current interest bonds. The maturity date is 24 years, which is within the guidelines of what the state requires whenever you issue a capital appreciation bond, and that was go out beyond 25 years. And in addition, the true interest cost here was 3.36%. That's very good. The lower, the better. And the debt repayment ratio, the state allows a repayment ratio of up to, for every dollar that you take in as far as bond sale, you cannot pay more than $4 back total. And so in this case, the repayment ratio was 1.55. So for every dollar coming in, paying out is $1.55. So it's well below that 4-to-1 ratio. There was some premium, of course, sold that helped pay off some of the debt service fund as well as some of the cost of issuance. And at closing, the cost of issuance you see here, we use a ballpark number. We use $200,000. This pays for underwriter services, financial advisory services, printing, rating agencies, a variety of parties that are involved in the bond sale. The list of participants is, can be anywhere from 7 to sometimes a dozen different parties. And many of those often have their own legal representation as well. So we used $200,000. The actual number was $170,000 cost of issuance. So the balance at $26,676 additional that's held back as a contingent, so we have enough to close the deal. And money that's not used is $29,000 goes into the project fund. So the project fund was the benefits by that additional amount. The next page, page 5, just gives a rundown of some of the parties involved in doing a bond sale. And of course, there's the legal firms, trustee banks, and a variety of other parties that are involved. And so overall, it was a very successful sale. The bonds were well received. The district took advantage of very favorable interest rate environment. And with the comments from S&P, the A+ rating with a stable outlook, that's all very favorable. So you get a stable outlook that's very, very strong. There's not really any expectation there'll be any changes in there over the next, say, 24 months, generally is what S&P would say. So I want to say congratulations to the district. It was a tremendous sale, and overall, all good news for all the parties involved. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them.
Have one? Sure. Looking at the series that we saw, the 2008A, we did refinance that one, correct?
Portion of it, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, so instead of being 5.5, we are down, if I remember right, somewhere around 4.6?
Yes, there's
About 4 point, we saved over a percentage point.
Right.
yeah.
Okay. I just wanted, yeah, because it showed that we had it up there, and then it actually was.
Yeah, that was the original rate, and then
Right.
obviously rates in general went down, and we took advantage of that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Appreciate the help.
All right. Let's get in real quick. Let's say $50 ASB. Ms. Montgomery, thank you very much. Friday, let's go. Congratulations. Let me shake your hand, sir. Well, appreciate it. And,
Go Runners,
go
and
Runners.
Friday.
Yeah. Right, and Ms. Ivy?
And tomorrow.
I motion.
For adjournment? Yes, ma'am. All right. At 7:49. All right, thank you, guys.
Rebecca?
Okay.